So, hmm, I definitely have been exploring my my talents, abilities. We'll say that. And so, yesterday, um, I say it would not leave me alone. It's a song by Soap and Skin. It's called "Me and the Devil," right? But it ain't me. It's somebody out there. It's you and the devil. And so, give me a second. We're gonna explore this. But there is someone traveling by bus, right? Back to a place where they struck a deal, they struck a bargain. They're looking for a particular crossroad. It's the place where evil spirits interlude. They want to know if the deal can be undone to remove the stain of sin that has like sunk deep into their skin. It almost taps into the energy of repeated patterns and themes. It feels like a divine intersection to choose a different path at the same fork. So that's confirmation on some of what, because all of these things came through yesterday. The TV shows, movies, the synchronicities, the themes of them all. But this is an actual person who is searching for the place where they struck a bargain, struck a deal. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's explore this. You look, Ace of Swords. Look at this. No, for real. Look at that shit right there. Look how those three cards came back. They are literally looking for the same devil they made a deal with. Look. There's treachery that they could not have predicted with whatever they did. So they're pleading. This isn't like it's a physical person, it's a physical location, but it is a structure, a place. It's known. So tell me about this person who's looking for this crossroads. Like I had a feeling. Like they're just ramifications that they could not have seen coming. Well, when you make deals with devils, you will get tricked, you will lose. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Makes me feel like they've lost their peace of mind. Yeah. I also feel like someone is praying for forgiveness to the divine, like pleading. They It's funny how the Hierophant has their back turned to this 5 of Cups. So someone feels like they've been shunned, and maybe you have. Oftentimes we are reminded what we lose on earth, we lose in heaven. They want to change their ways. It's played out. This person's empty on the inside. Whoever this person is to you guys, they have been thinking about you very heavily. Very, very heavily. That gives me the energy of any communication that was shared between the two of you. They have been going back through it, scrolling back through it, gaining insight, wishing they had been more open to receive what it is that you were speaking, offering, advising, guiding, something like that. But absolutely looking. I don't, I feel like the weight is, oh, yeah, man. And I, I don't actually feel like this person is enjoying life. I feel like everything has traces of this deal, of this bargain. Nothing's really enjoyable. This person really wants to make this like they want to break the contract. So much. Wow. I feel like you spoke truth and enlightenment to a very evil entity that's housing somebody. Mm, mm. Yeah, whatever this thing is, it's like feeding off of them. I'm getting that for sure because they feel shunned by the divine, right? They this is why they're going looking for this devil again. They need to seek sanctuary in the church. I'm not even joking. Sexual protection, spoil putting on a show. Interesting. Ew. It's like no matter what this person looks like on the inside, with the whole sexual protection, spoil putting on a show, you saw that this person was rotten. They are spiraling. And whatever this person's going through, this is done by the divine, by the way. Like their choices are their choices, but this energy, this hopeless energy, let me just say, when you violate a lot of spiritual laws, you got to learn. And so this energy of depression, sadness, sorrow, it's because their soul is gone. Like they signed their soul to the devil. Like that is exactly what that, like, do you not know what the son's name is? It's soul. Putting them in their place. Parenting. See? You bought this on yourself with attracting. Yeah. You ran to this spirit. You get what you get. I am not trying to be harsh, but that's exactly the energy. There is no severing this tie. You can go to that crossroad, you can go to that building, or it don't matter. You are in repentance. Your groveling has just begun, by the way. Bad karma. You gambled your soul. And so now this energy of being disconnected and I don't know how to describe it because I have my soul. And so I really can't reach into a bag that I don't possess and try to empathize with someone who is on this sort of spiral. It is what it is. You made your choice. Like you really made your choice. You need to spend time in your prayer closet, like truly finding your way back. Like, ugh. Yeah, you got, yeah, look, this person feels like they got tricked into a contract. All right, you know what? One time I heard from this person who's a scoundrel of an individual, by the way. And so I just think it's funny how someone who's a scoundrel who possesses devilish trickster energy, they themselves fall victim to a trick, so to speak, or that's their story and they were sticking to it. But yeah, this person feels like they were deceived into this contract. They were not. Greed is how they got into that contract. Earthly wants, earthly riches. That's what happened. So the it's you and the devil. The contract will not be voided. It won't. You denied. And this is why it's severe for whoever this person is, because I do feel like you had a calling, you had some sort of cool anointing, but you sacrificed it for earthly shit, for attention from mere mortals. Now you up, you can't sleep. Uh, this person wants peace and they can't. You chose money. Hopefully your money keeps you warm, gives you peace, comfort. Really, it is that harsh. This is how you ended up here. You can't lie to God. You chose the earthly realm. You chose to stay asleep. You chose to remain dead, spiritually dead. Yeah, enjoy it. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, that's wild. So when the trumpet sounds, they will not call your soul forward, so to speak. No, look, you stuck here. Seven of Wands world, you are stuck here. Shit. You chose not to ascend. You chose not to be the example you were supposed to be. You didn't want it. You didn't want true abundance, true love. No, no, no. You chose earth, and that's okay. So this is what you are. You feel you feel what your soul is, which is dead because you don't own it anymore. It's gone. So, yep. There you go. You might as well make the best of it. You ain't want that. You didn't get tricked. You thought you knew better. Now look at you. Now look at you. Emptier than a mother. Nothing is satisfactory. Nothing feels good. Nothing brings you joy. Nothing fills that void. It's an unfillable void. All you can do is repent. Repent, repent, repent. I'm just curious. Will they find this crossroads? Will they? Look, they will. Two of Wands. They looking for it. Yo, they are looking for it. They are like, I know it's somewhere around here. It was a tree over here and a tree over here. There was a hunting blind over there. The mountains was just so. And oh my God. This, anyway, yeah, they will. Now, what's interesting is they're going to try to make a different offer. Interesting. The only real thing of value that any any person possesses is their soul, is their spirit. I don't. This is funny. They have the most valuable, precious thing that you have. It's not going to stop them from trying. Eight of Cups, Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands, Six of Swords, Tower. Wow. Yeah, I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't. Because this person, like, they really do feel empty. It's very hard for them to maintain. They don't really feel connected. And so, poor person. This person wants peace like you would not imagine. Their soul is so, they're untethered. This is very much given square one. Like they're going to have to reboot. Six of Pentacles. They've got to serve the time. Shit. That's interesting. You know, once they realize how stuck they are, they may attempt to strike another bargain. So if you know this individual, this soulless being who's currently traveling on some sort of like mega bus, Greyhound bus, something like that, you need to watch this person because their soul is already gone and they're going to offer somebody else because they don't want to feel like this. At least if they had more power, more control, more authority on this realm. Mm. That was like, no, I'm not letting go of one of these people, one of these souls that was supposed to be a divine masculine. No, that's a valuable one. Mm-mm. Mm. I don't feel like they're going to stop. If they're not able to accomplish whatever their directive is, going back to that crossroads, they have intentions on going to a much further location, trying to, this person might even try to conjure a jinn. I'm not even joking. 9 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Like they're not done. This person is going to keep digging deeper and deeper and deeper. For some of you, this already happened. Okay. Hold on. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. The moon is beautiful. I caught it last night. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Sending the baby some amazing healing energy. As a matter of fact, Archangel Raphael, would you mind? Because Poor baby. Are the Maggie, I know we're on the internet and everything else. So you can be as vague or you could just say you're not comfortable answering. But are the toddlers seizures idiopathic? I can imagine. All right. So, Maggie, I just asked a simple question in terms of what spiritual abilities that could be triggering the seizures, right? And so the card that came out was clear cognizance, right? Sixth sense tool that gives you the clear knowing. Examples of tapping into clear cognizance are easily recognizing patterns or knowing who's about to call or text before your phone rings or tones. Okay. So you could get RFID cloth off of Amazon or Temu or anything like that. And you can either make it yourself or have somebody make that into a nice little hat. Think of it like tinfoil hats, but with much more science backing it. She might just really need the capacity to block out all of the information. Exactly. That's what idiopathic, exactly. Uh, I, yeah. So let me show you. Do I have, yeah, I have it right here. Where did I get this from? It's an EMF protective cloth. Okay. Right. Exactly. It's just not known. Right. What triggers it. Right. It's just random stuff. And so I am getting, it's inexpensive, by the way. I would not recommend something that would break the bank, but it's a very large piece of material, like 3 yards by 3 yards. It's huge. And it was very inexpensive, but it works. I have several bits of it. Okay. Um, and when I tell you it creates a nice shield, like it's a type of mental quiet that I can't describe unless you pick up chatter or hear music or frequencies incessantly. Um, but I would either get that cloth, make her a blanket or a hat or something to just give her mental peace that prevents her from picking up every little nuance. Because I remember when I was fairly young, I would get crazy migraines, very crazy migraines. And they stopped when I became super duper hydrated and I got away from signals, is the best way of describing it. So it just saying it would not hurt by any measure. because the frequencies and shit, you know, oh, it's a lot. The kids are so much more sensitive than I guess we were, you know. I feel like a lot of us were dismissed in our abilities, or they were hushed and we don't talk about that. It wasn't, at least here, they don't really support that sort of shit when I was growing up. But yeah, it would give her peace. Instead, like, yeah, look, Eight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Seven of Wands. And that way she would be able to pick and choose what she receives. Just saying. Mm-hmm. Could be some truth to that. All right, let's move forward. We have the Fool. I like this. Somebody want a do-over. Yo, whoever this person is that made this deal, they want a do-over. Holy shit. They're sorry. Oh. Life could be so much easier for them, but it's hard. It's so hard. Carrying this secret, carrying this burden. It's exhausting. It's almost like keeping up this facade that everything's fine and everything's happy and it's cool and life's amazing. Yeah, okay. The 10 of Wands. Somebody is like downtrodden. But look, Justice, Six of Cups. And then look, Devil, Page of Swords. Sad part is you went looking. When you go looking and you find, where I just saw the hermit. Right. When you go looking and you find, you stuck like Chuck. It's the lesson, baby. That's just what it is. You wanted power and domination and earthly riches and all of that, and you ain't really want to do it the right way. Hey, you wanted somebody else's shit. This one did a destiny swap, by the way. But they didn't realize that they had to go through the same struggles, the same burdens that everybody else, you know, that they went through. The shit that nobody talk about because it ain't your fucking business. Right. That one. They thought it was going to be the Fool, just brand new beginnings, opportunities, everything. Everywhere you go is peace, love, hair grease. Everything's balanced and harmonious. No, 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 no. They didn't think about the shit you had to go through in your upbringing. All the shit that you had to walk away from to get there. No, no, no. See, somebody definitely got tricked. You got to ask questions. Wow. Wow. As a parent, Maggie, can I just say that is this incompetence when it comes to your children is the scariest shit that a parent goes through. It's one thing if it's you and your doctor, like you have reasoning, you could talk. It's another thing for it to be your children. Man, you be like, I don't want to put my hands on this nurse. I don't. Help me stay calm. Exactly. Exactly. Why y'all playing that song? And we go round and round and round. What we looking for just isn't found. I have no idea. Like I said, they were expecting new beginnings, right? Brand new opportunities, but that's not what happened. No, 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 no. Somebody really do feel like they got lied to, that they got tricked. No, you was just foolish. See? Now you in your feels and shit. Cause life's hard. You're struggling. You're scared. People are walking away from you. You don't know. You like, what did I get myself in the middle of? Look, in their feels. And here's the whole thing. The person whose destiny they wanted, there was nothing wrong with that person. It's actually quite opposite. They envied everything about their life. But they had no idea why you have this happy-go-lucky sort of energy, an attitude of gratitude. They don't know what you had to endure. Ride it out. Still waters run deep, homie. Now you done went and found yourself this little low vibrational energy and struck some sort of deal. Now you done got yourself, you boxed in, ain't you? You ain't check every box, I see. Look, you didn't talk enough. You didn't get an explicit enough contract. You know what I mean? You was like, no, I want their life. I want their life. Okay. Cool. Keeping a promise. But here's the thing. You got to fall apart first. You got to burn down every shred of everything that used to be. You you had no idea. Oh my God. Somebody is so tired of the drama. They really feel like they got played, man. All because they ass didn't think their way through. This is why you don't fuck with jinns, by the way. They're tricksters by nature. You know how smart you gotta be to like Child's Play. Go back and watch Aladdin. Go back and watch Aladdin. It's a great example of how tricky wording wishes are. It's like you got to step into that rainbow energy. You got to zoom out. You got to see the full arc, the full scope of the whole thing. It's not a rainbow. It's not an arc. It's actually, it goes full circle. Oh my gosh. Yo, they bought this shit on themselves. That's the funny part. Oh, they got so tricked. They got so tricked. Oh my God, it's so funny. They didn't do it. Listen, whatever they thought they knew about you before they went to listen to this little sprite, this little gem, this energy, they did not do thorough research. That's just the Page of Swords. There's no knight, there's no queen, yet alone the king. So you didn't really know anything about this person but face value. All you saw is how they presented. You did some superficial research. You only saw the light aspect of somebody. You had no idea how dark that shit really got, the hell they really had to go through, the struggles. Yeah, that shit they keep to themselves because, you know, why? All you saw is that somebody is sitting in this spoiled ass energy and you wanted it. Okay. Okay. Somebody learned a vital lesson. Hold on, I just picked up the wrong card. A vital lesson about envy. about greed, about not doing your fucking research. Can't steal your destiny because you're born to shine. Diamonds only come out of crazy ass circumstances, pressure, and volatile, fiery energy, volcanic energy. What? Somebody, they had no idea how many tests you have been through. Oh my God. How many people have come at you, bro? Look, this some fake ass friend. Somebody, like I said, somebody who was superficial as shit, who was around you. This person, they themselves actually could be a Capricorn. Don't matter to me. Don't give a shit about the signs. At the same time, look, watching shit go down. This is the spirit realm. Watching their whole life implode. They gonna have to tell the truth and shame this devil. Somebody gonna have a hell of a come to Jesus story. Oh, I'm not even joking. You know how I got a testimony. Somebody gonna be in church on a testimony. I got to testify. Yo, how the devil had him. Lord. Yo, they shit really falling apart. But remember, all this thing is doing is keeping the promise. I'm sorry. It's funny. You should laugh at nincompoops. Good afternoon. Yes, you should laugh at nincompoops. Because look, yo, they didn't know. They didn't know. Oh my God, yo, this person, look what they invited into their life. Oh, they full to the brim now. Oh my God, yo. There is no sympathy or empathy for this dumb shit. It's not. It's not. It's not. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. When the trickster gets tricked. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Don't you guys love it? Oh. Hey, please hit that like button. It does help the channel. Thank you so much. And hey, if we vibe, subscribe. That's what I got. Oh, yo, this person's fall is going to be so public. Like, 'cause so much of the shit you went through was public. It was on full display. Oh my God. Yeah. They're paranoid, by the way, because they know you know. Because look, strength to the sun, right? That's double Leo, right? But here's the thing. You've had to go through your own trials and tribulations on your path and journey to enlightenment. You've had to go through many, many, many ego deaths. So you know it when you see it. As they say, the eyes is the windows to the soul. I really thought they was going to bind you and they was just going to ride off into the sunset with your shit. Judgment, Seven of Swords, Four Pentacles, Hierophant, Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. I really thought they was going to run off with your abundance, do some sort of magical workings. And whoever this person is, let me just tell you, they were warned to leave you alone and let you be at peace, to let you rest, to let you recover. But nah, they're not built like that. They don't take warnings very well. They don't heed caution. 7-7. They don't do that. They said, I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. And they was real diligent. Trying. Take from the Queen of Cups, not the Queen of Cups. Not Daddy's little girl. You about to get news of somebody's passing. Something about a guardrail. You know how like when you're driving on the highway, there's the forks. Like you go this way for I whatever, you go that way for I whatever. Yeah, yeah. It's like somebody misjudges the exit, and it's just no. But you're going. This is the person who was trying to tie you up. By the way. Oh yeah. This person transitions in a car accident. Yeah. You were protected from this energy. Them and their co-conspirators, by the way, whoever they were collaborating with. You gonna hear about it. I'm not even joking. You were shielded from this page. No, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Hermit, and there's the Chariot. Spirit gonna see to it, by the way. This is karmic justice. I don't know. It's going to be at least 3, 4 people in the vehicle. One of those people will make it. They will be protected from it. But the other 3 are going to die. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so sorry, by the way. I know I sound very callous saying these things sometimes. It's not my intention. It just is what it is. These people are fucking evil. They are. They are evil. It's them and the devil. Remember that. That's they ride or die. That's always their other passenger in their car. Yeah. I don't know if this 4th person is asleep or something like that. One gets 2 get ejected. No, maybe all 3 here. But they, sorry, but they absolutely hit something solid. It makes me feel like it's a concrete barrier. Boom. It's not. Oh! Why y'all giving me that movie? Oh, okay. Because the 4th person in the vehicle is an innocent. I don't know if it's a young person, a child, or a teen or something like that, but they are innocent. And so they'll be spared. Yeah. Yeah. If you've ever seen Death Proof, you already know the scene. Okay? Oh, Jesus. Coming back from work. That could even be somebody falling asleep at the wheel. Anyway, I don't even want to go no further with that. So you make sure you use your discernment before you go joyriding with anybody. Okay? I'm talking to the young person. I feel like you're a young adult because I don't entertain children on this channel or any channel of my social medias. I just don't. My guidance is not for you. So, this is a young adult. Could be a young female, 20-something. Because whoever, like they're speeding anyway. Ooh, ooh, ooh. For somebody, you're gonna get invited to like an Elks Lodge or something like that. I didn't think they did double duty, but I'm seeing like a VFW and an Elks Lodge. I don't know if they're close to each other or something like that. But you've already, my nose is itching, driven past this place or something like that. But this is, don't go. You ain't missing out on shit. I promise you. I would say so because the page. To me, knights are like 21 and up because they're free to move and do as they please. They're legal. Either way, I wouldn't go. Yeah, I wouldn't, because it's gonna be drinking and driving and all sorts of dumb shit. And to be real, uh, uh please don't do it. Page of Cups to the Two of Swords. I would just respectfully decline. And that way, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. There is a warlock from your past, okay, who is not able to pull on your energy, harvest your energy anymore. I had a feeling. Look, you got to keep coming out because that's the premise of this shit. Whoever, whatever this thing works with, these people work with. This person was like sneakily doing this shit, deceptively doing this shit to you before. Oof. Inexperience. Oh, yeah. I will say, this asshole from your past, this warlock who's blocked, whose gifts are null and void, this person was your catalyst, this devil. They absolutely were. They triggered your spiritual journey, Hermit, Nine of Pentacles. I don't even feel like you were in awareness, Five of Pentacles, Devil, at that time. I think you were missing quite a bit of knowledge, insight, and or proof of this sort of spiritual activity, these sort of workings. Interesting. Interesting. Does the Tyler's dad, what do you call that? Is he a member of like some fraternal order? Because I got a lot of US references, but I don't want to limit that to what's available in other places. And so Elks, Masons, Shriners, they all, the League of Odd Fellows, they're all the same sort of umbrella tier hierarchy of these fraternal societies. Because definitely something like that, going to a location as a way of introducing young people to this. That's what I was getting with that other energy. I feel like you got away from this person, this devilish energy. And when you did that, I feel like it rendered them void. And I will say, whoever this toxic ass masculine catalyst in your life, they listen, they grew quite a bit on your energy, by the way. From the page to the king, done missed the knight and the queen, huh? Yeah, through these workings. But you're protected now. You've leveled up. You know how to shield yourself. All of these things. You've like restricted access to this person. They were going to drain you dry. Ah. Wow. I will say this person, can I just say the spinning of the block is a happening thing. It will happen. It is not sincere. It is the simple fact that they can sense your spiritual elevation. They can sense that you have been restored. But I will say the energy that they house that is connected to them, that energy in particular misses you, right? And so I'm getting like a type of body hopping. It's looking for you. Yeah. You're elevating in life. Your spiritual energy is recharged. It wants it. It misses it. I'm not doing that. No, too many. No, don't throw books at me, please. Right. Listen, they will never be permitted anywhere near you. But you know, energies jump to open portals. But this warlock from they're blocked. They are absolutely blocked. They can no longer create, pull, manifest off your energy. That's a different version of self that you're no longer embodying. Really? I thought electric vehicles were supposed to be quieter. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good job on keeping so much to yourself at this point in time. Good job. Mm. So all you can say is thank you. Seriously, gratitude no matter what. Because even these people who are being occupied, they serve their purpose. Like they absolutely did in your life. I will say this thing has pretty much drained everything from this warlock. They're just a ghost of themselves. Child, they said you dodged a major bullet by not proceeding with this person in any way, shape, or form. This is how these demons be getting in these people because their egos be out of order. Look, this person's giving narcissist because I'm looking at ignore and then I'm looking at family issues and your light irritates their demon. But look, they was riding it. This person has a terrible reputation to you at this point. Again, they triggered your spiritual progression. So thank you for that from the collective with love. But yeah, other than that, they're done. That was their only purpose in your life. Not to mention they was getting readings on you. They're trying to see if you missed them. No, no. Thank you, Michaela. Thank you. Hmm. Yeah, this is beautiful. This it really is beautiful energy. So I'm getting that whoever these people are who made these bargains and shit, that's where you at. You might as well keep fronting, keep pretending, because it's not going to get any better. Stay over there. Birds of a feather flock together. Stay over there. That's what y'all being instructed to do. You've now learned how to spot these devils. I like it. At different levels. All right, Holy Spirit, what other messages on this subject do you have for the Divine Collective? Oh, interesting. Kind of word to the wise that the people who have been cut off, those, for those of you who have really gone through the dark night and you've allowed spirit to make you over, uh, your adversaries are being cautioned and their ambitions are being like rejected. Because it's like they keep trying to manifest this sort of destruction, causing towers in your life. Spirit is making you aware of it. Hold on. Yep. Hold on. Hold on. They're giving me a constellation reference, and I'm trying to make sense of it first. Interesting. So they're referencing Pollux and Castor. Pollux is the brighter star within the Gemini constellation. Sons is anyway. It'll make more sense to me later. I'm not even gonna dig that deep into it because I'm like, no, you guys are giving me way. Ah, don't mind me. Please don't, because I'm like, I'm going back and forth with my spirit team. I really am. Because I'm like, y'all showing me Remus and Romulus, show me Pollux and Castor. And I'm like, didn't Remus kill Romulus? It's something like that. It's some weird shit with these twins. The out of balance energy. I don't want to deal with it. I don't. Yeah, there's, I don't know. There could be some sort of astronomical alignment, maybe a square or a conjunction, but there's something that's going to cause major shifts in the lives of your adversaries. Maybe around February, because that constellation is a northern hemisphere constellation that is most visible during the month of February. Yeah, see, or during Aquarius. See, wait, what the fuck is going on? Because it's Aquarian, right? February, January, February. It is. It runs from the 20th to the 18th of February. That's interesting. We could see a lot of changes during that time for these people. A lot of transitions, a lot of climactic events. It's like for those who have been waiting for, not waiting, but just knowing that the universe had your lick back and you haven't received it yet. You haven't gotten the confirmation to know that that's been taken care of. I really sense strongly that's when it's going to begin to become paramount. Interesting. I'm gonna say it like this: from now until this time frame, you are kind of being cautioned, right? Things will calm down during that period, but leading up to it, you're to use a lot more scrutiny when it comes to those trying to show you any sort of attention. It is a time to protect your foundations and your peace, okay? And for those of you who follow the calendar lunarly, right? But also astrologically, meaning the new year begins in Aries, right? But there's a change. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, there's a lot. What do we go into? Hold on. Let's see. So, 2026 in Chinese astrology is the year of the fire horse, which is a signal, which signal a year of intense, bold, and ambitious and rapid change. That's what I'm getting. Thank you. Thank you. Because I'm like, no, they're giving me references to time and shifts and different things. So, thank you. February 17th is actual Chinese New Year 2026. And so just be mindful. Just be mindful, okay? We're almost there, baby. And we're not trying to rush time. You know, they're always trying to speed things up. No, I'm just giving you kind of a context clue on when you can expect the bullshit to end. The year of the dragon and the year of the snake are some of the hardest years for so many people. The dragon for a different reason, the snake because uncomfortable change, growth, you know what I mean, expansion in spite of climate condition and everything else. Like even in times of scarcity, and this is global, it's not just regional. Like the shit's been, oh, it's been happening. Um, so we get on to the other side of that, and this is going to like, and anything for like it can't go. It's done. Like it literally is blocked. And so any sacrifices that you have made, meaning if you have reinvented yourself, then baby, all those books not only are closed chapters finished, those books go into the pyre. Those older versions, those older time, they're done. They're absolutely done. So just, oh, I know. I hate telling people to buy their time and be patient, but it is. It's coming. It's the biggest shift that we can imagine, and it's necessary. Plan accordingly, okay? Yeah. Wow. It's gonna get so much better, much more peaceful, much more celebratory. The end of scarcity and lack on a large scale, a lot of joy, a lot of confidence, determination, a lot of cooler heads prevailing. Yeah, yeah. So I listen, we got to get there. It is what it is, but I just got to let you know it. January, oh no, February 17th. The energy has to shift. Beautiful. That's so cool because I'm like, why are y'all giving me references that time frame? So if you were in enemy years, right? Adversarial energies. So I gotta look at the wheel again. Your enemy sign is your polar opposite sign in Chinese astrology, and even they homies, meaning the signs that run next to them, left or right, can cause you issue. Some things will be obvious depending on where they're located. Some things are more like hidden enemy shit. It's just the way it works. I just need to see the wheel, guys. Thank you. Can we zoom in, please? So, for instance, next year it'll be the fire horse, right? The enemy sign of the fire horse is the rat. Or not just the fire horse, the enemy sign of the horse is the rat. But the horse is homies with the snake and the goat. Do you understand? Those are its companion signs. And so let's say you were born in the year of the pig. 2025 could have been extra fucking bad because it's the snake. And if you were born, like we had a dragon year in 2024, and so the dragon's enemy is the dog, and so on and so forth. And so if you have been going through a year where you were in, and even the adjacent energies of their enemy signs, so it could have been quite vexing. And so in theory, right, the horse will be sitting on top of the wheel, right? Like the way we look at the wheel of fortune, there's highs and lows. So the horse is sitting on top. So that would mean the rat will be at the bottom of the wheel. So rat energies could be experiencing some form of hardship. Da, 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 da. You know, you might not feel quite as ambitious. You may not want all the attention and things like that. Like, you know, it's a lot that go into it. Same time, be prepared. These are huge shifts coming in. And so if you have been in direct enemy energy in terms of polarity, or if it's just been adjacent and you're just catching strays because they homies, right, it's going to get better. So, right, going into like 2026 fire horse energy, the pig could not be getting it so bad. The rats in full direct, like, we looking at you. So expect changes. If you were born in the year of the rat, I would start working with the energy of Ganesh now. Okay? Even the people born under ox energy. All right, that's just the way this cookie's going to crumble. I hope that makes sense to you. But you might be starting to feel the valve lifting, right? Right. Right now, and it's so funny because look at the Four of Cups, right? And see the rat right there? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? November, December, January, February. We just got into November, right? We're looking at February 4th or 17th rather. So that's almost through the whole month. February is the only true lunar node month with 28 days, right? Okay, it's gonna be interesting. So it might seem a little funny right now, but there's beautiful blessings. It's been rough. I get it. But you about to, transcend this mortal bullshit and all these earthly problems. Not saying you leaving Earth, but you know what I mean. A lot of spiritual lessons. Yeah. They showed me the devil to the Knight of Pentacles. So your Job season, you will now be protected from that opposition energy. Right. You will be richly rewarded for it. Man, it's personally why I think people should study if you're going to study or look into astrology, or even different spiritual, study. It is your responsibility to study because so much has been broken down, sampled, and repurposed, and this and that. When you search for truth, you must search for absolute truth, right? So keep going. And that way you have as much information that you can to work with. Like when you seek enlightenment, baby, ignorance is the enemy. It is what it is. You forfeited ignorance, which is bliss, right? I didn't know. No, you chose a different path. Wait, I know what I wanted to say. I know I'm correct on the timeline, but let's just, because I have them. Okay. Okay. I accept that. So what would... They done redirected me. So... Somebody's neglecting their emotional well-being. They are. Because the card says distraction. This may not be aligned with your highest and greatest good. Soul searching. Hermit just came out. Yeah, it's a need to find balance. Too much time spent alone. Too much time spent in your spiritual pursuits in some capacity here. Yeah. Yeah. You're neglecting your emotional well-being in some capacity. I don't know if you're getting anxiety or something like that. Hmm. You need to decompress. Even sharing, not necessarily venting, but just sharing, like company, having company, like a friend. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, they want you to try something new. I'm gonna say this in air quotes. Take a gamble, take a risk, but not stupid. You know what I mean? I'm not, it's a vulnerability. It's what I'm getting with this. That's the gamble, that's the risk. Exploring your options. I feel like I'm talking to someone who is like, yeah, now I'm done. Yeah, yeah. Somebody afraid of love, dating, all of that shit. I get it. You've been lied to, cheated, all that, right? So you're not interested. You have to find balance. Uh, you gotta look at your charts, people. You gotta explore the houses of relationships, partners, sex, past life debts. A lot of the relationships you have gone through have been nothing more than penance, like karmic contracts that must be dealt with. Yeah, right. It's like it is what it is. It's not supposed to be that way forever, but you had to pay. It's all part of the plan, and I mean the divine plan. But it's time for you to get out there and explore, and be open to companionship of all varieties, platonic, romantic. No one's saying move at light speed, but your healing journey is just that. Again, you're going to feel a lot happier once you put it together what's going on in your birth chart. Okay, I feel like you have been distracting yourself by overthinking everything with this nine of swords energy, eight of swords. Like you're restricting yourself and literally holding yourself back from great opportunities, from getting to know people and everything else. You're too focused on career And that's a lot coming from me. It really is. I don't even feel right saying it, right? Because we all got bills and responsibilities and goals and everything else. But this is an imbalance. It's an absolute imbalance. You are neglecting your emotions due to an abundance of life lessons with Saturn hanging out there. But again, I get it. Look, Tennosaurus just showed up. Yes, you have been fucked over lots and lots. But again, you had to pay with that. That's Chiron, baby. Nine of Wands, Ace of Cups. That's Chiron. That's how I'm reading that, okay? But look. But now that you've done the thing and it's over, and now you can go back out there and, create, and you're holding yourself back. Like literally, you're holding yourself back from exploring new love options, friendships, getting attention. Like some of you not even throwing that shit on like you used to. You know what I mean? Like you cautious than a mother. Like Queen of Swords, Five of Wands. You like heart, who goes there? Right. To the King of Swords. Look at that. You are tired of being in these competitions and or battles with the opposite sex, and that's what I'm getting with the Queen of Swords, King of Swords energy. Like you're not here for that. But you have literally shut down. You're not even engaging in playful banter. Yeah, somebody really being encouraged to like gain some new friends, begin dating, all of those things. You got to get back on that horse. And again, I get it. I do. I get it. But don't let what happened in your past block you in. Don't carry that heartache with you. Because then the devil does win. Now he's in your head. Now he's got you convinced that everybody's the same. And now you just stuck somewhere, refusing to see. Look, because you think everybody gonna be the same. No, it's not that. It's called fucking karma. What's the worst that could happen this time? That someone actually pours into you? You can't live by fear. And I see Archangel Michael not even allowing it. There's a lot of angelic support out here. They're just not going to allow it. Like you and Saturn, y'all had some shit to get through. You did. And it was in your relationship sector, in your family sector, all your partnerships. They all had to go through it. You were here with a lot of past life energies that had debt. Your debt is clear. Go proceed. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it here. Sometimes the adversary that you are fighting is just yourself. It is just the baggage that you're carrying. You're freed from it. Take the lessons with you. Don't take the hurt with you. All right? There's plenty of people who would love an opportunity to be around you for the high vibrational reasons, to some regions. So somebody might really just need to relocate. You're in the wrong place and your soul tribe. And, I'm in a city where it's crabs in the barrel. For like not everywhere, but that's the general energy here. So, it is what it is. But you may actually have to, for your own well-being, for your own soul tribe. Look into relocation astrology. Okay, that's a real thing. Find out where you'll be the most happy. All right, have a great day. Bye, guys.